This is the basics for setting up your Husqvarna PG690. When it comes shipped, the handle should be down like this. You just pull this handle here and pull your handle up. Lock it in. We got what we call the cheater bar right here. Pull that up, put it down. When this thing comes to you, it'll either have the key dangling there, or the key will be in and pushed to this position. Pull it down like that. Once you hear the beep, it's ready to start. Make sure your propane tank is on. Coming back to the top of the unit here, got some basic controls. Got your throttle, emergency stop, and your ignition. Make sure your emergency stop is disengaged. Turn it on. Make sure we're idled down here. And it'll fire right up. Now, when you first start this up, you're just gonna wanna let it idle for a minute or two. Let the engine oil circulate about and the engine to come to temperature. And this is your throttle here. You'll notice that it does have two settings, one for min and one for max. You only want to grind on max. It has a centrifugal clutch, so if you grind on min, you're causing a lot of wear and tear. Additionally, the emergency stops for emergencies only. Because of that same clutch, if you hit this button, the difference between the engine speed and the head speed can become out of sync, and it can actually cause the belt in the planetary to snap. So the shutdown procedure, if you're up here at max, just to idle it down and then turn the key. All right, we're gonna tip this back here. I'm gonna show you under the head how to put the diamond tooling on. Now you're gonna notice that I put the handle in the upright position and the cheater bar's out. What you're gonna do is you're gonna grab onto this bar while you're standing behind it, put your foot down on this one, and your machine's gonna flip right back. It tilts right on its balance point, so you can feel confident working right under here with that thing rested all the way back on the handle. So this right here is one of the grinding plates. There are 3 of these that go on the bottom of the machine, but for our purposes, I'm just gonna show you how to install the blades on one. Your plate may not look exactly the same, or your tool holder may not look exactly the same, but you're gonna have some tooling that looks like this, that's green. You're gonna have some tooling like this, it's gray. This is your removal tooling for your epoxies, your glues, your mastics, your mortars, whatever. And then this is a 50 grit smoothing tool. And I'll show you how they mount on that plate here. So as you can tell by the shape of them and the shape of this plate down there, there's really only one way for them to go on. Just kind of like that. We always give them a little whack with the hammer just to make sure that they stay on the plate. And you're only going to want to do 3 of these on each of these tooling plates, three diamonds on each tooling plate. And you want to make sure that they are every other. All right. Now I'll show you how to install that tooling plate on the grinder itself. All right, this is the view from the bottom of the machine here. Very easy to install these plates. You're going to see the 3 nubs here. They're going to slide into those 3 holes, and then they're just going to lock right in. Just like that. And you're going to repeat the process for your other grinding wheels as well. Final part of the setup of this machine is just the dust skirt. It's exactly what it sounds like. Just Velcros onto the bottom. You gotta want to make sure that it's touching the ground, but it's not necessarily folded under the machine. This just helps with your dust containment for the vacuum. So, your dust is going into the vacuum port instead of just flying out underneath the machine. Final part of the setup here is attaching the vacuum to the grinder. You just unscrew this end here. This one's for the wand. I'll go over that a little bit when we go over the vacuum. You just jam it in this hole here. And we use everybody's best friend, duct tape. Just give it a couple duct tape runs and you're ready to roll. Finally, after you do all that stuff, then you're ready to actually start the machine and grind. Again, e-stop off, turn the key, fire it up. And then you're gonna really kind of want to put your hip into this here while it's running. Give her a pull, turn it to max, and you're off to the races.